Information classification schemes. You got different information. It's important to classify it based upon its importance, based upon how it has to be protected. The annual report, a week before it goes public, critical information. It leaks, you're going to get stock manipulation. People are going to buy or sell your stock based upon what they know is coming. If they know the company did poorly, they're going to sell your stock early while it's at a high. If they think the company did really well because of that report, they're going to buy the stock knowing it's going up. You get a nice visit from the SEC over fraud, insider trading. That has to be protected. Now, the day it goes public, you don't need to protect it because anyone can have a copy. That's just fine. Employee personnel files usually have to be held private. It has to be held within the company, cannot be shared except by court order. You don't share that information with others, even with other employees, except for those who have an absolute need to know. And even then, only that information they have a need to know. HR maintains the safety of it. Different data, different classification. Trade secrets, you keep them safe. If you don't protect them, they can become public. Anyone can use them. Trade secrets are only protected if you take an effort to protect them yourself. So, got to classify them as internal use only. Distribution of information needs to be controlled. Only those authorized to have data should have it. Only HR should have employee records. Only those dealing with those trade secrets should have access to it. You know, marketing doesn't need Coca-Cola's formula. The people making the mix need it. No one else in the company really needs it. How long do you have to retain records? HR records have to be retained indefinitely. Tax records, they usually tell you 7 to 10 years. 7 years, how far back they can audit you, but if they find a problem, they can go back 3 years further. So some companies say 10. Good idea to hold records that long. Email for a certain length of time. A lot of that is regulated by industry. Now, speaking of retention, there's also a reason not to retain, or at least not to retain past the required retention time. You get an investigation into your company. They want to see the emails from 4 years ago. You only have retention requirements of 1 year. At 1 year and 1 day, it goes right to the shredder. You get a warrant, a subpoena to bring those emails, and you just say, sorry, they don't exist. There goes the evidence against you. I know that sounds tacky, but it works. And it's the best practice for companies. There's always going to be something. You may have sought to fix something that went wrong, but if it's left there, someone's going to pull it out, and it's going to make you look bad. Don't keep things longer than the retention, but keep things for at least the retention period. Protect your information. Provide adequate security for it. People will try to steal trade secrets. They'll try to steal things before you can patent or copyright. Got to provide the right protection. HR records, open yourself up to civil liability from your employees if you release that. Open yourself to criminal liabilities if internal financials are leaked. That could lead to stock manipulation. And with the retention, I already talked about the destruction. There is a time to destroy things, and you want to be wise in doing so to limit your liability against lawsuits and against things that can make you look bad when taken out of context.